Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to Korea from Inside, your trusted window into the heart of Korean entertainment and culture. Today, we invite you to dive into a truly captivating story, Lee Min-ho's Ho's silent devotion to song Hye Kyo. What lies behind the headlines? What emotions are hidden between the lines? Join us as we uncover this intriguing tale of admiration and mystery. Stay with us, it's about to get fascinating. Here's an intense, vivid, and suspenseful article, approximately 8,000 characters, crafted to grip readers from the first word to the last. The title is Lee Min-ho's Ho's silent devotion to song Hye Kyo. Lee Min-ho's Ho's silent devotion to song Hye Kyo. A hush swept through the dazzling world of Korean entertainment when whispers began to swirl, an electrifying revelation that threatened the stoic facades of its brightest stars. This is the story of Lee Min-ho's Ho, K-drama's perennial heartthrob, and his silent, unspoken devotion to fellow icon song Hye Kyo. The spark in the shadows. It all started one crisp autumn evening. The city lights of Seoul shimmered like diamonds beneath the inky sky. At a high-profile industry gathering, the two legends came face to face, her gleaming smile like sunlight filtering through glass, his posture rigid, heart-pounding. Observers held their breath. Song Hye Kyo radiated elegance, her every gesture a poem. Lee Min-ho's Ho, ever the consummate professional, hovered at a guarded distance. The world saw poised celebrity, but he saw something far more potent, her. A subtle glance, a fleeting hesitation. In that silent moment, a connection flickered, like the final click of a lock shutting out all else. Even the seasoned paparazzi, trained to detect scandal before sunrise, sensed a story brewing, one of hushed longing, of unspoken vows swirling beneath polite bows and courteous smiles. In the weeks that followed, coincidences piled up like dominoes. At a private reading script circle, Lee Min-ho's Ho offered her an umbrella, standing in the cold drizzle just long enough to let her pass first, a courtesy extraordinaire. On the set of a late-night variety show, he delivered her a single white rose in front of a muted, enthralled audience. The press laughed it off, emphasizing friends, mentors, star-studded kindness. But insiders spoke with urgent whispers in backstage corridors. That wasn't just friendly. A rumor spread, he had stayed late after filming, not for autographs or interviews, but to adjust her lighting, tweak her makeup. Some said he tracked her schedule to surprise her with coffee, whispering encouragement between sips as dawn broke. Others whispered of a letter, hand-penned, tucked into her dressing room, its envelope etched with his initials in gold, LMH. May arrived with a shocking crescendo. Was during the wrap-up gala for a major drama, a night of laughter, champagne, glittering gowns. Song Hye Kyo took the stage to accept an award. The crowd roared. Lee Min-ho's Ho, cradling his own accolade, watched transfixed. And then, eyes meeting hers, the world slowed. His voice, usually guarded and calm, cracked. The room leapt. As onlookers realized he was speaking, not to cameras or reporters, but to her. "There's a brilliance to you," he began, low and trembling, "that today, everyone sees. But I have seen it in the silence before the lights." Rumors say a hush fell, a silence so dense that someone's single breath shook the air. Song Hye Kyo looked stunned, her perfectly poised mask slipping. For a heartbeat she paused. Then she smiled, a tremulous, wondrous thing, and gave him a nod. The audience gasped, champagne glasses tipped, and somewhere, time fractured. In the aftermath, Seoul's tabloids exploded. Lines screamed, "Lee Min-ho's Ho confesses, is Song Hye Kyo the one?" Social media trended with #LMHXSHK. Did she feel the same? Or would her silence be a shield? For days, photographers camped outside her homes, guessing her answer in every exit, every glance. Then came a breakthrough, a leaked video clip, grainy but clear. On the same gala stage, after all cameras were off, Song Hye Kyo whispered into his ear something so softly he paused, his face flooding with emotion. Was it "thank you? Me too? Or please leave me be"? No one knew, but the look she gave him afterward was warm, almost tender. They walked offside together, shoulders brushing. Seoul's night air crackled. Now, as cameras spin their reels and fans craft shipping edits by the thousands, two questions hang in the air. Will their bond bloom into something unshakably epic, Or will the pressure of fame crush its fragile roots? Lee Min-ho's devotion is no Hollywood script, it's raw, real, and charged with uncertainty. Song Hye Kyo's silence? A story in itself, restraint or reckoning? Some insiders say he has begun composing a song, a tribute, not for broadcast, but for her alone. Others claim she's considering stepping away from the limelight for a while, seeking refuge from the lens that now polishes their every move. And deeper still, whispers echo of a clandestine rendezvous in Jeju, under moonlight and motion spray, where two hearts might finally speak without cameras, without audience. This is not the end, it's the turning point. Buzzes with anticipation and speculation. Two of Korea's most beloved figures, linked not by contract, not by headline, but by something immensely human, fiercely private. Lee Min-ho's silent devotion is more than unrequited infatuation, it's a gamble. Song Hye Kyo's response, an enigma. And we, the captivated audience, wait on the precipice of revelation or retreat. In a world where every glance is magnified, every whisper amplified, genuine feeling becomes both beauty and battleground. Bound by an unbreakable bond, or are they destined to remain figures skating close, yet never touching? Week passed. Then too, neither Lee Min-ho nor Song Hye Kyo addressed the confession directly. No interviews, no statements. Just silence. But the silence spoke louder than words. Fans dissected every micro-expression from their public appearances. When Lee Min-ho attended a fashion event in Milan, his eyes, tired, distant, seemed to hold a shadow. Didn't smile like he used to. He gave curt nods, answered questions politely. Never lingered. When asked if he had anyone special in his life, he simply said, "Not yet." But I know what I'm waiting for. No Instagram updates, no press sightings. Whispers flew, she had flown to Paris. Others insisted she was in Jeju, staying at a quiet retreat on the cliffs, staring out at the sea. She turned down 3 major drama scripts, a beauty brand ambassadorship, and even an appearance at the Blue Dragon Awards. Something, or someone, had shaken her. An anonymous insider leaked what was claimed to be a handwritten letter from Lee Min-ho, folded, stained with what looked like rain. Maybe tears. Delivered, some say, through a mutual stylist. Though unverified, the contents ripped through the internet like wildfire. The one who has always stood beneath her own light. I never asked for your answer on stage. As I know your silence isn't empty, it's sacred. I will wait. Not because I'm patient, but because I can't imagine not hoping. If the world ever quiets, even for a moment, and you find yourself turning around, I'll be standing there. That letter broke the internet. Hashtags exploded. Min-ho waits trended globally. Fans cried, critics mocked, and K-drama producers wept, wishing they'd written something half as compelling. Then, just when the public believed it might be a one-sided symphony of longing, Song Hye Kyo returned. He stepped out at an art exhibition in Seoul. No red carpet, no reporters. Just her. Black turtleneck, barely any makeup, and a single chain around her neck. At its center, a delicate gold M. No confirmation. No press release. Just that. And yet it spoke volumes. Cameras caught her pausing in front of a painting of 2 swans flying in opposite directions. Heads turned toward each other. A journalist asked, "What does that piece mean to you?" She turned, almost smiled, and said, "Sometimes you fly apart just to see who turns back." Insiders broke the story days later. Song Hye Kyo had arranged a meeting, private, deeply off radar. Villa nestled in the hills of Gangwon. Security was tight. Phones confiscated. Only one photo escaped, a blurred image of the two sitting at a fire pit. No makeup. No spotlight. King under a sky dusted with stars. Those who were there didn't hear raised voices. No crying. Soft laughter. At one point, she reached across the table, and he didn't flinch, didn't hesitate. He simply closed his eyes. As if the world had stopped spinning, just for that touch. What was said? No one knows. But the next day, Song Hye Kyo's Instagram reactivated. Her first post. It was the first time she had ever tagged him publicly. As of now, no one can say if they are officially together. No weird dating announcement. No couple photos. But something has shifted. Lee Minutes Ho appears lighter. Open, his smile warmer. Song Hye Kyo has accepted a new role, ironically, as a woman torn between duty and love in a historical epic. When asked if the role reflected her reality, she laughed and said, "Art imitates life. Sometimes it even heals it." They are not lovers in the public eye. They are not co-stars. They are two artists, orbiting each other, pulled by something deeper than timing or tabloids. Silent devotion cracked the armor of a woman who has been shielded her whole life. Her quiet return echoed louder than any spotlight ever could. Is it a love story, a spiritual bond, or just a fleeting connection destined to fade? And in the quiet between their worlds, they found something louder than fame, each other. Not defined by declarations, nor confined by labels. Just two hearts speaking a language only they understood. Sometimes, the truest love is the one that never needs to be said, because it's already